Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Velocity 2X. And there are so many things that are completely unrelated to this game that I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about how my computer's throwing shits. I want to talk about Danganronpa 2, because on the day I'm recording this video, I finished Danganronpa yesterday. Oh, good lord. But I can't talk about either of those things because it's irrelevant. So, this is Velocity 2X. Some of you might think this looks surprisingly familiar. Well, yes, this is actually a sequel to Velocity Ultra, which was a remastering of Velocity. So there's been, I don't know, 3 games, but I guess you could say the second was a remake, and so it's probably, I don't know. So let's just have a look at the options real quick. Pretty basic set of options here. Nothing really out of place. Oh, by the way, the music in this game is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you've also got cross-save. Thankfully, I actually have the PS4 version, which I tried to play over remote play. Hint, do not play this over remote play. You will suck terribly. But I have actually played a little bit of this over remote play to test out the cross-save function, and it works just fine. We've even got the notification wall right here, so we can see a couple of our friends. Now, Almighty Slayer is Pooh with Eyes, and I'm So Happy 77 is, what's his name? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. My video froze for a bit for some reason. Almighty Slayer is Pooh with Eyes, and I'm So Happy 77 is, Tyler from the Vita Lounge. So, you can see who's beaten your oh, dearie me. So we can see who's beating our score. My computer is about to explode. I really hope it doesn't. So we can see who's beating our scores. We can also go to the leaderboard. We can check the global and the near and the friends leaderboards. Never got the idea of near, but see, absolutely no one is going to be near me ever. So that's going to be a problem. Somehow I am beating I'm So Happy. But anyway. We also got the flight computer, which tells us things like about our enemies and our allies, and lets us look at some journal entries and some of the cutscenes that we've come across. So if we just say, was it this? Oh, no. Oh, no, that's just CG. I swear I managed to get... Oh, there we go. So there are these little... Huh? Didn't even mean to do that. What? Oh, I get it. Oh, wow, they really screwed that up. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm on a Japanese imported Vita. So, what happens is sometimes they swap the X and circle buttons around, and circle has been mapped to back on the typical PSN library that swaps the buttons automatically. And they've also mapped it to the move cutscene forward in the scenes menu. So I can't watch the scenes from there because it'll boot me back to the main menu. That's amazing. We've also got concept art and bonus levels. Now, I'm either really, really stupid, or they've done a much better job of hiding the bonus levels this time, because I found a bunch of the bonus levels when I was playing through the Velocity Ultra. I've also got a calculator. I have a feeling that there's like some sort of secret combination you can enter that'll just, you know, unlock something, but I have no idea what that'll be. We can have a look at my stats here. So yeah, I've played for about, I don't know, an hour at this point. I really don't trust myself to give a full, really good review on this because I'm very unskilled. So, again, I'm just defaulting back to my sort of first impression style content, mainly and because I can and that's what I usually do. And also, but seriously, it's still like a week before this game comes out and I've had it for like 2 weeks at this point. So, it's kind of like I could finish it if I wanted to, but at the same time, I wouldn't really trust myself to do really well at it. I think that's what I'm going for. So we'll just hop into a level right away. We've got a cutscene here. Really like the art. The art's pretty good. No voice acting. It'd be cool if there was some sort of voice acting, but I imagine with with Future Lab being overly British, the voices would sound kind of hilarious to me. I love British accents. They make me laugh just for no reason. You could have the most inane British man in the world make me laugh. So anyway, this is Velocity Ultra. What's its main trick? Teleporting. So it's a sort of puzzle action game where you have to go through these levels as fast as humanly possible with the ability to teleport on your side. Also, you can throw bombs with the right stick. Then that teleport we dropped earlier, we can go right back to it. And we can just go on through, and we have to try and collect as many survivors as possible. And also sometimes we'll be required to enter these sorts of levels where we'll have to do one of multiple things. We will have to shoot stuff to collect volcanium crystals. This game's a bit of a collectible more than anything else. The idea of every level is that you want to make every level as perfect as possible by speed running it. I just missed some crystals back up there. You want to make the levels as perfect as possible by both speed running them and collecting every single collectible and getting every single bit of score you possibly can. What does this mean? Well, you have to destroy every enemy, you have to collect every pickup, and you have to do it all as fast as humanly possible. And that's the main draw of Velocity 2X, because seriously, you could finish this game in like 2 hours if you wanted to, if you're good enough. Well, nah, 2 hours is a bit too little. I should probably put a teleport pod down there now I think about it. Alright, we'll just go back to that teleport. Blow this up. Then we'll go back down to that telepod. So the idea of Velocity 2X is that you want to be doing this sort of stuff as precisely as possible, and the game is very, very well suited towards it. And I just screwed up massively. Okay, so apparently I've got to teleport up here as soon as possible. Then I've got to teleport up here. Telepod. Shoot. Down. Shoot all them. Teleport back up here. And we throw this teleport here. There we go. So the game is all about the extremely, extremely satisfying run for the high score. And for those of you who have actually played Velocity Ultra, this won't look or sound very different. They haven't really changed the main process of the game. This right here, this on-foot stuff is new, but it's basically just taking the top-down gameplay of Velocity Ultra and putting it on a two-dimensional platformer plane. But at the same time, that's okay, because this gameplay is extremely satisfying. And I'm doing absolutely terribly at it, but at the end of every level that you finish, you get these little score things that make up your badge, and the more of them you complete successfully, the more you get. So as you can see here, if I cut my time by about 45 seconds, I would get a gold backplate, and if I got just a couple more points, I'd get an extra star. And as you can see here, pretty much every badge I've gotten is different. Like this one here, I don't even know what I did here, good lord. I finished this level in how long? I got no idea, but anyway. As you can see, finishing every specific little bit of the scores down there, whether they be rescues, crystals, points, or time, excuse me, gives you some XP, and the more XP you get, the more levels you unlock. So, as long as you finish a level, you get XP for it, and you don't really require that much XP to unlock a bunch of levels ahead of you. So, you'll be able to play at least a few levels ahead of you. So if you get stuck on one level, you can skip ahead to another level. This is actually a really good design. There's also a bunch of level types, but I don't really think they matter. It's just that it tells you a little bit about the level you're about to do. Even more velocity now you're speaking my language. And for some reason, every time I read the name Lieutenant Kaitana, I think Daikatana. And nobody wants to think Daikatana if they know anything about games. But anyway, we're going to do another level. Your ship has detected a speed pad. Okay. Whoa! Oh well. Oh well again. And they're constantly introducing new mechanics too. Like this is like halfway through the game, and this is a new mechanic being introduced. So these guys are always introducing new stuff for you to fight, new stuff for you to do and collect. And they're always introducing new stuff to speedrun, and oh, so if I drop that there, run through here, slide. Oh, I love these guys. These guys are stupidly clever. You have to teleport through them and shoot them in the back. And that's great. We've also got a rifle, but I forget to use it. The rifle's... I probably could have just teleported there. I'm a dumbass. But the rifle is the only weapon you can use while running. So there's a reason to use it and learn to use it. Because it's actually good against attacking mines that you might run into in the future. But unfortunately, you can only fire it forward or backwards. So... just drop down here, drop through here. So it's a really, really tense combination of high-speed action and puzzle solving. It's in the same vein of games like Super Meat Boy, except it's more of a perfectionist sense more than just a, oh, you actually have to do this well to survive sense. And I'm sure a lot of people will actually appreciate that, because this is the sort of game... What does it want me to do exactly? I guess it wants me to put down an absolute... Oh, yeah, I teleported right into that guy. I kind of deserve that. I teleported into that guy. I kind of deserve that. There we go. So it's that kind of really satisfying Meat Boy style gameplay that... Bloody... Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have just used the teleport that I left there. I'm stupid. I'll just drop that there. The screen actually flashes blue to let you know when you have to drop a teleport. It's really, really useful. But yeah, again, it's that sort of gameplay where you can do the perfectionist stuff if you want, and the perfectionist stuff is basically most of the game. But at the same time, you don't want to do the perfectionist stuff? You don't have to. And that's what I like about it. It's got a really good sense of balance. You can play the levels for just the fun of them if they like, going around and hunting for all the... Whoops. Going around and hunting for all the collectibles. Or you can be a perfectionist and play the levels to a level of perfection as much as you damn well please. And the game won't stop you for that. And you've got gigantic leaderboards with scores for everything to help you out along the way. Telepod. And that's a good thing. I love being able to make choices in my games, and not only does Velocity Ultra make it super satisfying... Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Unlimited telepods. Thank God for that. Not only does Velocity Ultra make it super satisfying to play purely by... You can do as well as you please. If you want to finish the game, that's fine. If you want to... oh, good lord. I don't even know how to handle multiple telepods in this game yet, but... whatever. I'll figure it out eventually, won't I? What? I want to throw another one. What? Oh, I can jump over that. God, I feel dumb. But it's that sort of really satisfying gameplay that, again, you can choose whether or not you want to be a perfectionist. And I'm sure a lot of people actually, damn it, I'm sure a lot of people actually appreciate that. And that's the charm of Velocity 2X. I went the wrong direction. God damn it. I guess I have to throw the telepods to go back through here, but for some reason, I could just do that. That works. Being able to choose how you play makes Velocity 2X fantastic. And with the amount of graphical effects that it displays on screen at any one time, it makes the game feel like a real accomplishment to do anything. Just even doing a successful teleport has a fantastic effect to it. And the game runs, like, you probably won't be able to tell if you're on YouTube, but the game runs at 60 FPS, and turns out 60 FPS is... God damn it, what am I doing? Slow down. Damn it! Slow down! Wow. Oh, come on. Game, don't be a dick. Should have just done that. Should have just done that. God, I keep forgetting that I have telepods. The entire point of this game is telepods, and I keep forgetting I have them. But as I was saying, whoop, I got a telepod back here now. No, not that. Got it. Where the bloody hell? Oh, this is the interior map. Right. Now I have to teleport back to here. No, I don't. Who's to here? Shoot this out. There. Okay, as I was saying, the game actually runs at 60 FPS all the time. Which is actually very important. I tried playing this on remote play at 30 FPS, and as I said before, this game is terrible at 30 FPS, but at 60 FPS, where you have the reaction times that you require to do all sorts of insane timed maneuvers and all sorts of insanity with the telepods and the throwing of the telepods and the shooting and dodging and teleporting everywhere. It's kind of ridiculous how good this game feels when you're playing it at 60 FPS compared to when you're playing it at 30 FPS. If you have a PS4, you will get this game cross-buy on PS4. So if you have a PS4 and you can't see the difference between 30 and 60 FPS, play this game on remote play and then play it natively on Vita and you'll see the difference. But anyway, I'm not going to do any more levels forward because I have a level backward that I would actually like to show off. Something that they've... Well, no. I'll do Glaive Deadly Charge because I have it unlocked and I don't want to sit through one more level. Because this video will be long enough with just this boss fight. So yeah, this game feels absolutely fantastic and it actually justifies 60 FPS for use in games. So if you've got no games that'll like really show off how vital 60 FPS is to a good precision game, bring up Velocity 2X. Seriously, it's a fantastic game to use for 60 FPS. Now this level here, a glaive level. This is actually new to Velocity in general. And it's kind of great. So once I just get through all this stuff here, which is going to drain most of my health. Good lord. They actually make you go through a bit of a... Damn it! They actually make you go through a bit of a gauntlet just to get to the actual boss. Which is pretty insane. And if you couldn't guess what the surprise is, well, I'm surprised you really haven't been paying attention. And the funny thing is they actually make you kill everything if you want to get the points bonus at the end. So... You know, if you want to get a boss level perfect, you have to go through and do it perfect, both in the pre-boss challenge gauntlet. Good lord, you move slowly. In the pre-boss challenge gauntlet, and in the actual boss itself. So this is a boss fight. And the boss fights tend to make you use whatever ability is necessary in order to actually damage the boss. So as you can see here, this turns the game into some sort of insane bullet hell shooter combined with the same old teleporty puzzly thing that the Velocity series is known for. And this is a great way to turn up a great way to shake up the formula, along with the on the floor platforming. I was originally thinking that this game really wasn't that big of a step forward from Velocity Ultra, but giving it another really good look, I realized I was kind of wrong. This is actually a fantastic step up from Velocity Ultra. I feel kind of stupid for even thinking it wasn't that big of a step up, and then I just gave it another go, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can see why this is actually really, really good now. This is a full-on sequel to Velocity 2X. A lot of stuff feels the same, but at the same time, they've added a ton of new stuff. I've just died. Thankfully, as I said before, you can complete the game whether or not you're a perfectionist, and they do actually keep the boss health in between lives. So, don't even know why I couldn't teleport there. That was silly. But yeah, Velocity 2X is a really, really good reimagining of Velocity just in general. A lot of it feels similar, a lot of it feels the same, but again, that's not a terrible thing because Velocity was actually pretty great in the first place, and this just makes it better. This just makes it better overall by a significant margin. Oh god, I died right at the end of the boss. To the point where I died during when he was dying. Good lord, I suck. But yeah, the game's got boss fights. Fairly entertaining boss fights too. That was a pretty simple boss fight. That was the second boss fight, but oh well. But yeah. So I actually just perfected that level. Well, I didn't perfect it, because perfecting it would require getting all three of those at the same time, but... Okay, so that was a look at Velocity 2X. Really, really good. Like, adding the platforming gives the game some much needed variety. They've tweaked and prodded at the... They've tweaked and prodded at the base game in order to make it just that slightly bit better. And they've gone and done... They've gone and created arguably one of the best precision platforming, cross-shooting, cross-action-y games, cross-puzzle-y games that exists. And I'm just ashamed that I really don't have the skill I need to enjoy it to its fullest potential. But at the same time, I'm at least happy that I got to at least take a look at it, and I hope I can tell you all about how good this game really is. I just wish YouTube had its 60 FPS videos up already, because if they did, I could just, you know, show you how good this game looks at 60 FPS and how good it plays at 60 FPS, but I just can't do that. And that's a shame. But this was Blue Maxima taking a look at Velocity 2X. Fantastic game, highly recommended. Really good improvement over Velocity Ultra. And they say it's going to get Game of the Year awards from several people. I thought they were being a bit too blowing their own trumpets with that sort of remark, but to be fair, after giving it another honest look, yeah, they might have something there. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.